So a lot of coasting. He uses his rear gently, but he's not using his front and rear together to get that maximum amount of stopping power that he needs. This is a good day to practice braking because we have a nice long straightaway, nice and flat. Braking bumps aren't big. Just a lot of coasting. But today's the day to work on braking because it's smooth and it's safe. We can build some confidence, I think. So we'll see. By the way, you look good in this corner here. Feel good? Speed is good. I think one thing that's gonna help you, like when you come into this corner, put your wheels in the windrow like as soon as you can. You come up a little late, kind of like he just did, and then you meet the corner in the middle. Just focus on like putting your wheels there so you have something to rely on right from the very beginning of when you start turning your bike. So that's the first thing. But that's easy. We don't have to think too much about that. That's all just set up. I want to talk more about the straightaway. Like your speed going into it, that's great, but I think what happens is you get off the gas really early because you're not really using your front brake that much. Would you agree or disagree? You agree? Okay, good. Most important thing is that we use front and rear together, no clutch, to get them the most amount of stopping power that we can get. That's gonna help us build confidence and go faster before we get on the brakes because we're certain that we can get slowed down. If you're not sure that you can get slowed down, you're gonna do what you just did and let off the gas like pretty early. Today's the day to practice braking because it's smooth. We have a nice inside rut that we can get over to, but like before it, it's not too bumpy. Also, what I'm gonna do is oh, are we already all the way in? Yeah, we are. I was gonna try to bring that a little closer so it made it a little more spongy for now, but you're not using these two fingers, by the way. You're using that, and that's it. So you're on the gas, right? Roll off, apply the front, okay? I don't want you to grab a handful of it and squeeze the heck out of it. I want you to work into it. So I'm gonna give you 5 reps. You're gonna use front and rear together, okay? Just focus on that. I don't care how fast you go here, but I want you to get more comfortable with both of these brakes together and no clutch at all when you brake. You know why we don't use the clutch, right? You know why we don't use the clutch when we brake, right? Okay, perfect. Using a little more front. I can see before he was rolling off the throttle and then he just would stay like this and just use the rear. Now he's actually got his finger on the lever and he's trying to squeeze. I think he's using 2 fingers, but still, that's better than nothing. Didn't use his rear at all that time. Why no rear? Why no rear? Why? Tell me why. Tell me what you feel when you use the rear. What makes you uncomfortable? Talk to me. What is it? It's fine. Just tell me why. I mean, you're using the heck out of your front. Oh yeah, hot. But that's ice cold. We gotta use both. Started off not using the front. Now you're not using the rear, but you're using the front. You're pretty good with the front right now, but why'd we switch? We gotta use the rear. Gotta use them both, all right? Get those downshifts, get your foot right to the rear. Don't be lazy, all right? And if you're uncomfortable, you need to tell me. If it's something that's going wrong where you're like, I can't do it, I don't feel like I can do it, you gotta be honest with me or else I'm just gonna think you're being lazy, okay? So you'll tell me, right? All right, give it a couple more reps and then let's see if we can do it. Well, I know you can do it. Let's prove to yourself that you can do it, okay? Front and rear together, you got it. Okay, now he's using front and rear, but still not doing them together. Okay, that's an improvement. So let me tell you exactly what's going on. So you're on the gas, right? Hard on the gas too, like you're doing better as far as like when you let off. But now you get on the front, you stay off the rear, and then you get on the rear for that last little bit of the braking zone, when that's when you should be rolling into the corner. But you're not gonna be perfect. You're not gonna get them at the same exact time. That's just not gonna happen because you get a downshift too. I get that. But do your best to say to yourself, all right, get to both brakes immediately. As soon as I'm rolling off, downshifting, both brakes, okay? Do your best to do that. You get 3 chances, all right? 3. Is that enough?
This many.
That's this many, okay? So the first couple, I noticed a little bit more coasting, and then the last one, you brought so much speed into the braking zone that you actually got on the brakes hard enough, the rear especially, to make the wheel chatter. You know what I mean? The like the wheel digging into the ground. That's what we want. That's good. And then you got off the brakes when you started to turn the bike and you rolled right into the corner. Much better. Now let's work on the line a little bit more. So like when you come out of this inside corner, I want you to allow yourself to come out here more. The reason why I want you, have we worked this part, the setup?
Yeah.
Okay. So I know there's a little bit of like a wall there. Try not to slam into the exit. Try to just gracefully like meet that windrow all the way around the corner. You know what I mean? Like don't push into the exit of the corner or else it'll kick you that way. But if you can get to where you can get, I don't know, right here, right about here, instead of you being like over here, one, you're gonna stay out of that like acceleration chatter. If you can avoid that, you're gonna build a little bit more speed back there, which is good. Your wheel will stay on the ground. And then when you're braking, you're gonna have a much better angle going into the inside rut. Right now you meet that rut a little bit late and a little bit at the incorrect angle. So you're coming into the corner like this. I want you to come into the corner like this, already starting to turn before the corner actually starts. You know what I mean? So that you meet the rut at a better angle. Okay? Make sense? Just a little further. For me, this is probably in the future. This doesn't have to be today. But for me, I always try to use this little bit of dirt that's here as something to rely on, so that when I really want to change direction, I have a little something to give me that push into the corner. You know what I mean? It's almost like something to kind of deflect off of. But that's in the future. That's not today. All right? You want to try it? Work on that setup a little bit. See if you can meet that corner a little better. So you're kind of falling to the inside of the bike. I think if you come at it at a better angle, you won't get that feeling because your wheels will be in the right place and you'll be going the right direction right from the beginning of the turn. Okay? Give it a shot.